Alright, I think we're live. Let's check. Head over to my channel. I am live. Here we go. It is delayed a little bit, so if you guys do chat with me, you'll have to be aware of that. I'll be a couple seconds behind. But yeah, I'm going to try to start doing these once a week. I don't entirely know if I will or not. It sounds like something I'd want to do. It just depends if I can get people to show up, hang out, find stuff to do. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I just finished a video about my CTS blown up. Most people already know, at least in person. This video was actually like a month ago. I'm behind a ton on those. The water got in my intake, if you guys didn't know, through the cylinder 8 injector hole. That was fun. Bent a rod, cracked a piston. Terrible life. Got it all fixed though. Made it to fall mats, where this is one thing I really haven't talked about a ton, at least on YouTube. It was not a good time most of the event. It did eventually get better, but it was bad. I got in, got teched in, everything was fine. And I'd driven the car prior on the street, like I had no issues with it. And I did 3 laps. And the car started bellowing smoke out of the hood as if it was on fire. And ended up not being on fire, thank God. But a lot of oil was coming out of the motor. And I was like, alright, well, I had the oil pan off. So maybe somehow I fried the oil pan. And tried resealing it 3 times, I think. Yeah, 3 times. And none of them worked. Still kept pouring oil out. So then I seen, after digging into it, that there was some oil up top. So I pulled the intake off of it, and the valley cover was pouring oil out of it somehow. No idea how. When I just had the intake off the week prior, it was dry. So put a new gasket on that, and still didn't fix the problem. Still leaking. So I finally admitted that it was the rear main seal, which I have no idea why or how, but it was. So me and my group of friends, thank God they were there. I probably would not have done it without everybody there, I'll be honest. But pulled the tranny, clutch, flywheel, and got it all done, got it running. And was able to finish up the weekend. But that was pretty much all day Friday and at least half of Saturday, if not 3/4 of Saturday. Thankfully, Saturday, the way Max events run, we don't drift much during the day because they do the comp until like 2, 3 o'clock. So I worked on it all morning. I was working on it through the comp, so I didn't lose a ton of driving on Saturday. Just, I think, I don't know, 2 or 3 sessions, I think. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But, yeah, got that done, had a good weekend, always up until I broke both of my spare axles. Well, I broke my axle and my spare axle. And that's what I'll be working on, hopefully, into the next weekend. I have some subframe risers to install. And I'm hoping that raises the rear end up, or the subframe up. And I know it's only a 1/2 inch, but I'm hoping that little bit will help fix my axle geometry. And what that'll do is hopefully stop my axles from breaking. Because what they're doing is they're breaking at the joint, the cage that holds all the balls in it. Keep just breaking, just shattering apart. And so I know it's a geometry issue. I know it's because of how gripped up I have the car now, and just bunch of tedious stuff. Yes, I could feel you watching me so hard. Feel you so hard right now. No, see, you got me so distracted. All I can think about you is, yeah. But yeah, I'll raise my subframe up, and I did get them custom made by a guy locally. He brought them to me last weekend. I was actually supposed to do it this weekend, but honestly, dude, it's been raining for 3 days straight, and I have not wanted to look at my car. So, no. And you could have been helping me get that in this weekend. I know you're not doing nothing sitting at home, Jeremiah. Could have been here helping. Instead, I'm just sitting here talking to people. But I'll do it next weekend, and then I'm hoping with that, and I have one other thing I'm going to do over winter, and it'll be good to go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it with the car. So far, it's running pretty good. I've had no issues with it. Ran a whole drift event last weekend, driving there and back, no problems. All I did was put some tires on it, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my exciting news. I do still have some stuff lined up for the rest of the year, but I'm not quite sure which events I want to go to for the rest of the year. I'm actually pretty tired. But I wanted to show, for those who haven't seen it, a little edit with my brother. So let's watch it. This is fun.
100% sure if this is going to work, but let's find out.
It did work. It did work.
Fight!
So we get to go in. You might have beat me up
Round
in the
2.
video, but he has a broken hand right now. Oh, you got the last lap now. Can't help it. So on this video here, I know I keep going back and forth on videos between doing audio commentary and text on the screen commentary. It is so difficult to do audio commentary at my desk with my kids running around. If I did, all you guys are going to do is hear Gabby's dollhouse in the background, or one of my kids screaming bloody murder because they're fighting. It's usually what they're doing all the time. So I put this video off for weeks because I wanted to do an audio commentary and get back into doing that, and I just couldn't get time. Nothing I could do would allow me to do that. And so I gave up and went back to text commentary. I do like it though. It does look very nice, like the way I did it. I did it a little bit differently, and I don't know. It seemed like it came out really nice, and I did add all the torque specs and part numbers and stuff, so that was pretty nice. Oh, also, Jeremiah, if you're still there, how does the audio sound? Can you hear the video? Can you hear me? You know? You hear that? You hear everything? But, I don't know. I'm still in the fight whether I want to do the text commentary or audio. I really like the audio commentaries. Seems to be a little more personal, just a little bit better, but I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. one thing I did want to watch. It was so funny. I'm a brain fart. Chelsea Denofa was just on the internet last weekend arguing and complaining. Sweet, thanks, bud. And about the FRS being a completely terrible chassis. And I just wanted to go over the fact that this man here at Drift Masters just a couple weekends ago won.
Yeah, look at this, Heinen on it already as he fires through. Look at Shanahan, are you serious? That's the closest we've seen so far. Laurie Heinen absolutely excellent in the outside zone, but there is no shaking. Connor Shanahan, he wants it, he's going wheel to wheel, he pushes. Laurie Heinen ran outside zone 4. There is no room for error. They come through the centre of the circuit. Laurie Heinen looks for 5, and Shanahan can't be lost. He cannot get rid of him. He is glued to the door as Connor Shanahan pushes Laurie Heinen through the finish line.
That's absolutely outrageous. This is the biggest run of Laurie Heinen's life. Can he take down the champ to win the biggest?
It's a big question, and he's going to answer it right now as Shanahan fires in. Shanahan absolutely glued to the wall, no messing around. Heinen's with him though, but Heinen doesn't have the same proximity, and I don't think Heinen can ask the same question. I don't think he has the answer. The proximity isn't there from Laurie Heinen, as Shanahan glues the back bumper, that GT86 to the wall as he fires through the touch and go. He is up and gone, and Laurie Heinen has to make errors. Oh, but Shanahan tags the wall, almost throws it away as Heinen backs it in across the line.
Unbelievable again.
Phenomenal driving. Like, it was wild the driving that was. But it's just so funny. He was complaining about how bad the FRS chassis is. Like, actually calling it garbage. And, not only did the guy who won Drift Masters win it in an FRS, Taguchi does a phenomenal job in Formula Drift with his. He's already won first place once this year. Yeah, he drives a lot. I mean, kind of frustrating. All the hate I've seen the last couple days with the FRS. Because I have one. I will eventually build it. I might not have it running right now, but it will eventually happen. Although I'll be honest, I like my Cadillac. I have no real complaints with it. I wish there was more parts available to source and just be able to buy stuff off the shelf, but honestly, it ain't that big of a deal. It has always ran fantastic, and drivetrain wise, it runs good, or it feels good. I mean, I'm retarded, so I kind of say random words sometimes. So I've been in a fight of debating whether I build the FRS, because I know the FRS is a lighter car. I know it's got every part imaginable with a V8 in it, and just minor suspension. I know it could be an animal. I'm just afraid to learn a new car again. I did it once, and don't really want to do it again, to be honest. But yeah. So what I want to do here is I really want to do like a podcast style, once a week, come on live stream, bring Jeremiah so he's not just messaging me here on live chat. And just BS about different car related, and not even just car related, but just automotive related in general, anything that has a motor, I'm all for it. And just BS about different stuff, and just go off stuff going on in the world about cars. Formula Drift is wrapping up here soon. I think the last event is in a couple of weeks, so I'd like to talk about that. And I also want to do like recaps for like events that we go to. Bring Joseph in whenever he comes to an event, even though he's banned from the next event. We still have a couple up at Club Loose that he can go to, and you know, I like to bring in a recap about the event, what happened. Things might happen, break, not go right. Testing. I know the next event, I actually want to test a couple things on my car, rear end wise. So I want to talk about that stuff. Yeah, pretty much anything. You know, I don't really stream very often. Most of my stuff is very edited, and yeah, I like to do a little bit of both. You know, and go from there. So eventually, what I would do is like to do that. A lot of it is I just really, really want to have more content weekly. I'll finally my air compressor shut off. Because I know I've been struggling with that because it's just hard to edit so many videos. I have videos from months ago that I never edited from other builds that I've done. I know Brad's engine, I still have his entire engine build, installed, getting it running. I have all of that edited. I just have to do some audio over it, add music, blah blah blah, and then that one's gonna be the next video out. Hopefully by the end of the week. I'm gonna keep working on it through the week. His truck is almost done. I'm actually just waiting on the drive shaft to get it driving. I got the clutch lines, everything hooked up Thursday, and they all came in the mail because I actually added a fitting. So with my car, to pull my training out is a pain because it's a solid AN line from the master to slave. So I did his differently so we can actually disconnect it, take it apart, and be able to pull it out. So I was waiting for those to show up. They showed up, got them in, and then I was just waiting on the drive shaft. I mounted the carrier bearing and stuff, which actually I could probably post that. I don't know why I didn't just get those pictures already and put them up. It's kind of annoying. I should do that. I'm dumb. This is the first time, so it is what it is. I'll do that right now, though. If I can figure out how to use my phone here. I'm trying to get the easiest way to do this. I think this is going to be the easiest way. Probably isn't. There's probably an easier way. But it is what it is. We are live, so that's how it happens sometimes. If anyone's actually watching this, you know what I mean? Give me some ideas what we can do for future episodes, and hell, even for now, you guys want me to dance around in a chicken outfit or something? I mean, I'll do some random, just not gonna get naked, you know? I don't think YouTube likes that very much. I mean, you know, you guys might though. That's not what I was trying to do. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let me just upload these pictures real quick. All of those. Why is it only letting me pick one picture at a time? That's so annoying. Literally, it's only gonna let me pick one picture at a time. Guess I have to preemptively do this. So that's gonna be a pain in the butt. But we did get his transmission in, and that was honestly kind of more of a pain than I thought it was going to be. And finish up the mount. The mount actually was super nice because I had already made a mount for the 4L80, and apparently the T56 mount almost perfectly lined up with the 4L80 mount. I had to modify the top of the mount because the bolt pattern was different. But other than that, it bolted in and had no super real issues. It was just a new clutch, so it was a pain. But I mounted a center carrier bearing for the drive shaft because we're going to do a two-piece because we converted it to a two-wheel drive. That's what we're waiting on. So I'm waiting for the drive. It's done. It's an hour and a half away, and I was supposed to have somebody pick it up, but they ended up. Actually, I don't even know if they picked it up. They may have. I gotta find out. So I just get that put in. I'll run and drive. After that, I have. What else do I gotta do? I gotta do the shifter. Shifter hole's cut. Shifter's coming up, but I have to extend the shifter because it's a truck, so it's real low. So I gotta bring it up, and then I'm trying to think what else. And that's pretty much about it. I gotta do an oil change on it because it's still got the break-in oil. And yeah, we can start tuning it. So once the drive shaft's there, it's pretty much bang, 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 getting it running. After that, winter project-wise, I haven't really posted a ton about it yet. We haven't really started a ton on it yet. We're going to be doing a Cummins 5.9 diesel motor inside of a 77 F100. We're going to be doing air ride, 4-link, a couple other goodies as well. Pretty much dropping the frame to the ground and going to town. That one's going to be fun. I'm actually really excited for that truck this winter. I haven't done a ton to it yet. I got the Dodge here, and motor's just about coming out. I got the front clip off of the F100 because the goal is do a the 03 to I think 13 Crown Vic front suspension swap. So we're gonna do that front suspension swap on it, and once that's done, then we're gonna slide the 5.9 in it, and yeah. So we're not really starting on it a ton yet. We're still kind of finishing up some odds and ends from the summer, and then I'll start posting about that. I'll start posting about that more this summer or this winter, because we're nowhere near that yet. But yeah. Like I said, I'm not too sure. I like to do these once a week. I got it all set up to be able to do it now. I think I'm pretty comfortable with doing it as well. I'm going to obviously find more stuff to be talking about and doing too. This is more of an impromptu thing. Like, I just want to do it, get it out of my system. I don't know, I guess get the jitters off, whatever, And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys think you want to see this more. Bringing people in, event details. We can do even before and after. I was thinking I could even live stream working on cars. I was thinking about doing that a long time ago. Actually, running live streams. Friday nights or Saturdays when I'm working on my car or working on somebody else's car. Not necessarily somebody else's car, but like my brother's car. Like if we're doing something, stuff like that. Yeah. So I'll see about doing stuff like that, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Let me know, and let me know how the quality of this is. I'm not really sure. I'm actually using my Insta360 camera as a webcam. Didn't even know that was possible, to be 100% honest with you. I checked years ago with my GoPro, and I knew it wasn't possible there, so I just assumed it wasn't. So I know the picture quality is way better with this than it would be with that. And then, you know, I do have a nice mic and stuff, so it all should work out pretty nicely, even if I wanted to do it out in the garage. The only issue with it out in the garage is being over Wi-Fi instead of over data. I'd probably, honestly, I'd probably just run an Ethernet cord out there if that was something that popped off or something that, you know, people wanted to see. Yeah, so watch out for the next videos. Brad's engine build, where we do the fully forged rotating assembly. Brian Tooley everything, top end wise. Yeah, and after that will be my car doing the subframe risers. And then after that will be the final driving tuning video of Brad's truck, and kind of getting a feel of how big of a difference his truck is from going with the old setup versus the new setup. I know it's going to be night and day. Honestly, I want to record him. I want to record his reaction to how different this truck is going to be, because it's going to be night and day. It was fast before, but it's going to be much faster and much more responsive, and it's just going to be wild. So keep an eye out for those videos, and thanks to the couple people who definitely hung out today. I know I didn't even post about it, so nobody really knows this is happening. Just pretty much whoever was subscribed and sitting here on a Sunday afternoon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you later.